All right, so our next 3 games is against Wolves, Burnley, and Leeds. What points am I expecting? Well, with United, I don't know, but I've got a good feeling, so I'm gonna say I need 3 points against Wolves because I think they're the worst team in the Premier League. They are. Well, they just lose. Even though they played good against Liverpool, but they still lost. I don't think they've won in like 10, 15 games. They've only got 2 points. They are horrendous. Forget everything I said. We need 3 points against Wolves at home. All right, guys, welcome back to United Talks with Abs. That's me. And make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Today, I'm going to be talking about a few different things, but let's start with that fantastic result against Newcastle. When I saw our team sheet and I saw our bench, I thought, oh my days, this could be sticky. But when I saw the way the team was lining up, and I saw that Ruben left his favorite formation that he said, I'm going to die on it. And he went to a back 4. I thought, what's going on here? And then I see Dorgu at right wing. I'm thinking, where did this come from? I knew at Lecce he played at right wing, but at no point, I don't think anybody that's watching this can tell me that they were predicting to see Dorgu at right wing. And oh my gosh, it's like we freed him. It's like we took the chains off. Because this guy turned into a guy that couldn't control, couldn't do anything, to bombing up, causing him all sorts of problems, chaos. I'm thinking, where the hell did this come from? And then he goes and scores. And he doesn't just score a normal tap, an easy goal. He scored a goal that I don't know, I didn't even think he had it in him. He watched it, volley, bottom bins. I'm thinking, yo, what is going on here? And then as the game went on, I'm thinking, yo, this formation is actually working. The players are comfortable. Everybody looked like they knew what their jobs were. I'm thinking, wait, Ruben, why didn't you do this earlier? Like, I get it. You've got a philosophy. You've got an idea. You said you're going to die on it. But we saw players looking happy. Players not looking confused to where they should be. Who should they be picking up? None of that. Everybody knew what they were doing. And in the first half, that was probably the best that we played in both go in defense and attack. And it must be to do with the formation. And we got the goal. We looked dangerous. Newcastle, to be fair, weren't doing nothing. They had Gordon, but Darlow had him in his back pocket. That the 6'6" striker, I can't even remember him playing. I even saw a picture of that 6'6" German getting beat in the air by Martinez, who is 5'7", 5'8" at best. So I don't know how that worked out. But coming back, I thought first half, we're doing so well. Everything, the flow, the tempo, everything was spot on. And then what happened was, second half came. And I'm thinking, let's do it again. We're all over them first half. Let's go and do it again. And then what happens? Ruben again gets involved when he doesn't need to get involved. Sometimes they say, if something is not broken, you don't need to fix it. And this brother can't help himself. First thing he does is, like some of the substitutions I get, like the Martinez is short at the end. Okay, you've got another game in a couple of days. Xerxes for and Sesko, okay, it's a like-for-like striker. Sesko wasn't really doing anything in terms of like scoring. But the one that I did not understand, and he keeps doing it. This is not the first time, second time, third time. This is a thing. He's got itchy fingers. He has to do it. You look at from when he first came to now, he has to take a defender off or he has to bring a defender on. Regardless of the situation, regardless of the goal, the score or the how the game's going. He just looks at his back line and thinks, oh, I've not took a defender off. I've not brought on a defender. What am I doing? And he did it again. And it just caused chaos. Euro came on, and all he was doing, you could see the boy, he's not got the confidence. He's not been playing. He's playing good. He's going through a little rough patch. I'm thinking, why are you bringing him on? Protect him. Leave him on the bench. We're already doing good. The game, there's no need for you to change anything in the game. And he changes it. And then what happens? For the next 45 minutes, Newcastle threw the kitchen sink at us. And it was everybody defend. The whole stadium was, forget the players, the stadiums, the people watching on TV, everybody was defending, shouting at the screens, what are you doing? Push out. And Newcastle just had everything. They had the freedom of Old Trafford. They had possession. That was our worst possession of 33%. 33% at Old Trafford, which is crazy. And all that because the manager cannot stop changing defenders. And the only other thing that I saw in the game that I thought, this is our saving grace, was the performance of Aiden Heaven. Yes, I say Aiden Heaven. 19 years old. And he was playing like he was seasoned, 28-year-old. Everything he was doing on point. The Motm, the guy from Harry Potter, nobody saw him. A couple of times I saw him, like, you can see him, he's too big, but he wasn't doing anything. Aiden Heaven had him in his back pocket. And not even just that, it was his composure. For a defender who's young, to have that kind of composure, be that calm in a game under the lights at Old Trafford, with all the pressure of the players on the pitch, not a lot of experience that can help you out. The fact that he was also playing on the wrong side as the right central defender when he's left-footed, it didn't bother him. When Newcastle pressed him, it didn't bother him. Second half, when Newcastle were just throwing in missiles into our box, he headed everything out. And I was thinking, whoa, where did this performance come from? I saw glimpses, but before, not like this, I saw it in patches.
He cost us 1 million.
He cost us a couple of goals as well.
It cost us 1 million.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get to that. But he's made a few mistakes here and there. But this game, man of the match performance by far. Some people might argue Dorgu, even Cunha maybe, Martinez again, playing out of his skin. But you also got to consider his age. You got to consider he's only played 11 games for Manchester United. And he's playing against Newcastle. And he was bossing it. He had their strikers weren't doing nothing. He literally had him in his back pocket. And then the thing that made me think, whoa, it's like my friend here said, it cost us 1 million. So we need to thank Arsenal. We need to thank Arsenal because they might have just given us by accident or without it being an accident, an actual gem, because the calmness, the composure, he's press resistant, he's strong, he's good in the air, he reads the game. Oh my days. And then I also loved his interview, the fact that he was saying, oh, I love that we kept a clean sheet. I can't remember the last time we've had a defender or anyone to talk about a clean sheet. But that's what we did get. Our second clean sheet in a long time. And a lot to do with him, the goalkeeper as well. We got to talk about the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper in this game, we saw why a goalkeeper having not even a great goalkeeper, a decent goalkeeper, a conventional goalkeeper gets you results. Because in the second half, last 25 minutes, Newcastle went to plan B. Plan B was missiles. Cross the ball from anywhere, get it into the box, and then go for the header. But Lemons came out and caught every ball. He didn't look like he was bothered. He was just catching it. And I was like, what? This time last season, some people might say, oh, you're always against Onana. The reason I was against Onana is clear to see now. Okay, this guy, he's made mistakes. There's been a couple of goals where you're thinking, could have you done better? Maybe. But overall, when you look at the team, when you look at him, the if you take this mistakes out, he's saving us more than we think. Kudos to Lemons, Dorgu. Big congratulations to Aiden Heaven. And then also, I'd like to congratulate the Fletcher kid that came on. I'm not gonna lie, he didn't do much. But he's young. He's making his debut at Old Trafford. He came on because Mason Mount got injured, which, again, we don't need another injury because right now we are at bare bones. There's nothing left. We're literally bringing back players that we sent out on loan for cover. So we've brought back Toby Collier from West Brom. No, let me say that bit again. We bought Toby Collier back from West Brom because we don't have anybody. Everybody's injured. The 3 guys that gone to AFCON, like literally, there's nothing left. So I hope Mason Mount is fit to face Wolves. And who else performed? And Cunha, since Bruno's got injured the last couple of games, he stepped up. He's not scoring, but he's very influential. The way he carries the ball, the way he's a threat. But at the same time, I think sometimes he overdoes it. Like, brother, I know you want. I like your energy. I can see that you're a winner, but calm down. There's a whole 10 other players with you. Use them sometimes. So that's the only thing that I would say against Cunha, even though I love his performances, but I feel like sometimes he overdoes it. He thinks that he's the only one on the pitch, and he's not. He's got 10 other players with him. I think he should use them. But January's around the corner, and we need emergency. We need 999 transfers. We need something. Buy one, get one, freeze, anything. Like, I don't care where we go. If we have to loan them in. But right now, we need players. Because 1 or 2 injuries and we're finished. We're just going to be running around with academy players. And we saw when the academy player came on that there's a level difference. There's a difference between coming from the academy and getting into the first team, playing in Old Trafford. There's the speed. Like in an interview that they did with Fletcher, they said, what's the biggest difference in terms of coming from academy to the first team and actually getting involved in the game? And he was like, the hardest thing is the physical side of it. It's the fact that you have to run. Everybody does things 100 times faster. And because of that, we need transfers. We need at least one midfielder just to give us some cover. But overall, it was a good night at the office, because like I said earlier, when I looked at the team, when I looked at the players that were missing, and Newcastle have been a problem for us, I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't the same Newcastle that usually causes us problems, because for some reason, I don't know, they just couldn't get going. I didn't want them to get going, but they couldn't get going, and yeah, it was a fantastic result. The next game we've got is, well, the next 3 games that we've got are all winnable games. It's Wolves, Burnley, and one of the other smaller teams, Leeds, Burnley, and I can't remember the other one. But they're all 3 like smallish teams. And we need to get results, because right now we're 5th. I don't know how we're there, but we are 5th. Joint with Chelsea. So if results go our way, we could actually be in the top 4 by the new year, which would be an amazing feat when we look at how the squad is. So all right, so our next 3 games is against Wolves, Burnley, and Leeds. What points am I expecting? Well, with United, I don't know, but I've got a good feeling. So I'm going to say I need 3 points against Wolves, because I think they're the worst team in the Premier League. They are. Bro, they just lose. Even though they played good against Liverpool, but they still lost. I don't think they've won in like 10, 15 games. They've only got 2 points. They are horrendous. Forget everything I said. We need 3 points against Wolves at home. Then we're away to Leeds. The Battle of the Roses. For those that know, they know that Ellen Road is a tough place to go. And we saw Liverpool go there. We've seen Man City go there and struggle. So it could be a sticky one. But I think we could do them. We could do them. Yes, we can do them. And then if we beat Burnley, if we can get 9 points out of the next 3 games, we're on a bit of a roll, and football's all about momentum. If we get the momentum and we keep going, maybe we finish it, some miracle happens and we finish in the top 4. Because I can't remember the last time we were this high. Like, I get a headache now when I look up on the board, on the league table, and I see United 5th. Thinking, how did we get here? Especially the way people were talking about us, saying, oh, United is shit, this, that, the other. Bro, we've lost half our team and we're still 5th, which is amazing. And what else do I want to talk about? Because Semenyo will offer you something going forward. He's a decent player, Premier League proven and all that. But right now, I don't need anything to do with going forward. Right now, I need everything going backwards. I need defenders, midfielders. That's what I need. I need Kantes. I need midfielders that can control the game. Athletes. That's the kind of things that I need. I don't need a Semenyo. So let me know what you think. All right, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. I'm trying to get to 35 subscribers. So come on, help a brother out. And put on your notification bells for the videos, so you know when we put out videos. And thank you for watching. And see you next week. Bye.